70 degrees today. Wait, no, 72. 72 degrees today. Can we just take a moment to appreciate 72 degrees? Like 72 degrees. Hey guys, so I wanted to kind of sit down and do a video getting back to the basics. And what I mean by getting back to the basics is doing a video that kind of like inspired me to start YouTube in the first place, and that was to help other mothers out there by sharing my experiences, giving my advice, and kind of just, you know, putting myself out there. And I wanted to do that like through beauty, through DIY, through toddler videos, through everything else that I do on this channel. I do so much, and there's like so much more that I want to do, but yeah, that's all in the works. But yeah, so I just kind of wanted to sit down and get back to doing a mommy video, because I feel like I haven't done a mommy video in like forever. Like forever. I think my last mommy video was like toddler summer essentials. So yeah, I haven't done a mommy video in such a long time, so I figured I wanted to sit down and share my how to deal with toddler advice and tips and tricks. So that is what this video is going to be about. That was a pretty long rambling intro. So if you are interested in knowing my tips and tricks on how to deal with your toddler, then let's get started. Okay, so there are just like a few things that I just want to touch base on in this video. One being understanding your toddler. Two being getting your toddler out, you know, being active and doing things productively with them for them to burn off their energy. Three, nap time, the importance of it, and my tips and tricks on how I try to get a successful nap time. And then finally, my favorite, toddler meltdowns, what I like to call them. Oh my god, my phone is going crazy. Sorry. Toddler meltdowns. I had to save the best for last, because that one is truly the best. So, starting with understanding your toddler. What I like to do, because, you know, they go through so many stages, they go through so many phases, they have so many developmental milestones. I like to just kind of keep up by getting weekly emails from Baby Center. And I've been signed up with Baby Center since she was in the womb, because I liked to keep track of like everything she was doing in my tummy. I know I've had 2 previous children, but it's always fun and it's always exciting, because you always experience something different that you didn't experience with the first or the second, or however many you have. I just have 3. So there was always something that I didn't experience with the first 2 that I experienced with the last one, and they are all different. Let me tell you, all 3 of my children are totally different. They have different personalities. They were different as toddlers. They were different as babies. They were just different. So my first 2, I can assure you, did not prepare me for the third one, for Kaylana. And she is 2 years old. So yeah, every week I get a letter from Baby Center, or an email, I should say, not a letter, an email from Baby Center, and it just kind of like lets me know where my toddler is at, what things that she may be doing, and what things I may be going through as a parent of this toddler, which is also like good reading. And I just like to read them and like kind of see if that's where she's at, or if that's where she's going to be hitting soon, or things of that nature. And they're really good because they will tell you to the T how old your child is. I'll just say, like, if someone asks me, like, oh, how old is she? I'm just like, oh, she's 2. And then I keep it moving. No, not Baby Center. Baby Center lets you know exactly how old your child is and where they're at. So they send you emails, and I'm gonna show you up close. Emails of like different things that your child may be going through, like I said already. And they also give you like fun facts, and then they let you know what you may be going through, what you may be feeling. I think that was what I meant to say. I don't know. And then they also have like parent tips, and then they also have other articles that you may be interested in that may pertain to your toddler. So I just go to Baby Center, and then I hit read more about your 2-year-old. And when I click on that, this is where they tell me exactly how old my 32-month-old is. And this week's article is about its rhyme time, and it just goes in to tell you different ways to like get them to start rhyming, and books that are fun for them to read, and activities that are fun for them to do to get them rhyming and learning about that. And then it'll say your life now, feeling mentally drained by day's end. One way to restore your energy is to reassess your free time. That is one thing I need to do, because yeah, I definitely feel drained. And then you can skip ahead, or you can go back to previous weeks that if you didn't see those before. Another good one is Pinterest. Oh my goodness, I love Pinterest, and this is where I go to sometimes find tips and tricks on how to potty train, if that's what you're getting, if that's where you're at in your toddler's developmental stage, which that is where I'm at. And so yeah, and then you just go to search, and you can put in whatever you want to know, like 2-year-old behavior. You can put in appropriate activities for your 2-year-old, like if it's raining outside. You can put in anything. Like, the possibilities on Pinterest are endless. So I'm just going to click on 2-year-old behavior, and then it will bring up all these wonderful articles for you to read. So yeah, those are just a few of the ways I like to constantly keep up with Kaylana by, you know, understanding her. Because once you know what they're going through, and you kind of understand like why they may act the way they may act, or why they do things that they may do, you kind of can see where they're coming from, and that kind of like helps you have that patience, because sometimes it is like over the top. So I feel like understanding them will better help you to be a better parent, in my opinion. Getting them out, I just feel like being in the house all the time, seeing the same old things, they get so bored, and that's when they start getting into everything, getting into the cleaners, under the cabinets, getting into your makeup, which Kaylana has done on numerous of times. And if you follow me on Snapchat, you would see the joy of mine. Yeah, they get restless, and they just like get bored. So when they get bored, they start just doing things that just, they try to do things to keep, you know, themselves entertained, and getting into stuff, writing on the walls, and all that other stuff. So I try to get her out. I take her to story time, which is this little activity they have usually on Wednesdays. They have 2 times. We go to 11 o'clock, and they sing, they dance, they read stories. They get to interact with other toddlers, and they get to play with like instruments and scarves and all that good stuff. And then there's also a thing they have there called toddler time, which is like this little section in the gym for them that they get to like jump on mats, ride along cars. They have like big bouncy balls that they bounce on. Really? They have big bouncy balls that they can bounce on, all kinds of stuff. It's like a little activity, like indoor though, for them. So usually, like if it's not nice outside, I'll take her there, or sometimes her dad will take her if I'm not able to. And we go to the park if it's nice outside. It's always good to go to the park. Even if they don't have like a toddler tumbler time, you could just still always take them to the gym, because usually a lot of gyms have like that mommy workout room where you can work out while your child has like things to play with in the room. You can take them to that. It's just like different things to get them out of the house, because like going to the store with you while you're running errands is not really fun for them. So I try to do something that is fun for her, even if it's like going to like a lake and seeing like ducks, birds, or whatever it is, just something that like will like be entertaining for them as well. So yeah, that's what I try to do. And nap time, oh my goodness, I try to do like plan my errands and stuff in the morning so that like I can kind of map out when her nap time is. Usually I try to get her to nap by 12 o'clock so that she can nap from 12 to 1:30, and she'll be up just before my other two get home, just in case I have other things I have to do. Doesn't always work out that way, and that's okay. I'm learning that that's okay. Sometimes they'll just sleep when they're ready, but I try to get her on a schedule because it works out for the best of us. I mean, for the best of us. It works out for the both of us, and it's just, it makes life a lot simpler. But if it doesn't, then that's fine. But I try to make sure that I'm not running errands when it's around her nap time or when I can see she's getting restless, because that's when a lot of the crankiness comes about, and then like I'll be forgetting everything and I'll just get, you know, flustered and try to get her home. And then if she falls asleep in the car, that's another big no-no that I don't like, because then she's not fully getting her nap. Because when I take her out of the car and then bring her back into the house, she's like rejuvenated and ready to go again. So like that's not giving her full rest, and that's not giving me my little mommy me time to myself. So I try to do, like if I have errands, I try to run them in the morning, or I try to run them after she wakes up from her nap, because I don't want her to fall asleep in the car, and I don't want her in the store getting restless, acting out, and I'm just like, And then when she is home during that time, I like to try to lay her in the same spot. Sometimes she just falls out wherever, but I try to lay her in the same spot. I try to like close the blinds so that it gets like a little dark in there. And then either I'll let her watch her show, one of her Disney shows or Nickelodeon shows, or I'll put on like a music channel that plays like landscapes, and just like lay there with her until she falls asleep. Sometimes I may fall asleep before her, because that landscapes, let me tell you, that works. Yeah, so, and if I don't fall asleep, then that is my time to shine, to do whatever I need to do, make a YouTube video, or forever chores that are like endless. And yeah, so that time. And finally, toddler meltdowns. Toddler meltdowns, what I like to call them, is when your toddler has just had enough and is just acting out. Sometimes it could be just for no apparent reason. Sometimes it could be because you told them no about something. It could be whatever. But whatever the case may be, if you are experiencing a toddler meltdown when you are out in a store, do not feel ashamed. Do not feel like you have to run for cover because people are staring at you. I mean, it's just a crying child. It's just a crying child. What I like to do is, like, if I'm out and Kaylana's having her toddler meltdown, depends on where I'm at in the store. If I'm still trying to get things together, if I'm still trying to buy things, if I'm still trying to look at things, I'll just try to find like a quiet spot where I could take her. Usually it could be like a dressing room, a bathroom, wherever. And I just sit there with her until she's calm. Sometimes. Usually I don't really have to. She's really good now going out. The most I have to do is like chase after her when she doesn't want to stay in the cart because she wants to run everywhere. The other day I was in Salvation Army, and I was just like trying to find like one thing. I was just trying to find one thing, and she was just like on 10. She was running through the aisles. She was like jumping on the furniture, and it was just crazy. At one point, I lost her, but I was like, I'm gonna remain calm. I had my game face on. I was freaking out inside, but I had my game face on, and I was just like, I'm not gonna let these people see I'm panicked because I don't need nobody judging me. Talking about, she can't even keep track of her child. Come on, she need to be here. It's that important to be at the Salvation Army, which yes it is. So don't go there. And I was just like trying to stay calm, and then like I was just walking up and down where we were, and then I just saw these clothes just like moving every aisle. Like every aisle it would be like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. So I was like, that has got to be my child. And sure enough, it was Kaylana running under the clothes, the racks of clothes, just running under each one. And as she ran under each one, you would see a section of the clothes just move. And I'm like, okay, she's going back this way. So I caught her, and I'm like, yep, it is time to go. So I grabbed my things, and I headed out of there before it got worse, before we got to a toddler meltdown. So yeah, just try to go to like some place where there's not a whole bunch of people, because they don't need to be all up in your business. And you know, I'm quick to be like, it's just a crying baby. It's okay. I'm not carrying around a monster, although she may be acting like one. It's just a baby. Or like if you're checking out and they're crying hysterically, which Kaylana has done many times, I just talk to her. I'm like, Kaylana, you're okay. Kaylana, we are going home. Kaylana, we're almost done. You know, just kind of remain calm. Kind of keep talking to them because it kind of soothes them, your voice. I mean, I'm sure they'll probably like go another octave, but I'm still like, Kaylana, you're fine. And if people are looking at you, that's fine. They've seen a crying baby before, so don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you gotta jet out of the store. Like I used to do that with my first, not so much my second, and definitely not my third. Cause like, the more like experience you have, the more you're just like, it is okay. It is fine. It is just a crying baby. Like, you're not doing anything to hurt them. They're just crying. It is okay. They will stop eventually. Trust me. They will. So, yeah. That is all of my advice, my tips and tricks for dealing with your toddler, your little angel. Regardless if they're 1, 2, 3, going to the preschool age. There is always articles to read. There are always things like blogs that you can get on and discuss with other moms. There's always YouTube videos. And yeah, so just enjoy these toddler years because they make for great stories for when they get older. I still tell my 2 oldest things that they used to put me through, and they laugh and they get a kick out of it. So just try to enjoy it. Try not to lose your patience. Try to stay calm, you know, whenever you're going through toddler meltdowns. And just know, it is just a crying baby. Nothing spectacular. It's okay. It is okay. So yeah, that is it for this video. I plan on having, I think, 2 more videos, mommy videos, which is an updated what's in my diaper bag video and the best sippy cup ever video. So I'll be doing those 2 really soon, and then I'll be back to doing my DIY for Valentine's Day. I'm so excited. I love Valentine's Day. Okay, so yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.